Hi guys, Parliament is normally the place where government ministers are grilled in a dramatic fashion, while instead in select committees the questioning, while still forceful, is a little more cordial. That was not the case when the Transport Secretary was called out on his lying about the real role of government, and in particular Number 10 and the Treasury are playing in the current industrial dispute between the rail operators and striking workers. It seems Mick Lynch of the RMT was right all along. The Tories did intervene to scupper a deal. Have a listen to Labour's Ben Bradshaw hold the minister's feet to the fire here.
In the Daily Telegraph on Monday alleged that Number 10 had intervened and put driver-only trains on the table. Excuse me, Chair, this is really important. The Secretary of State is getting over that without answering the question. You said I was coming after Graham. You said I was coming after Graham.
Jack's been waiting very patiently to ask questions.
I will come back in after. I will come back in.
And Secretary of State, if you'll answer it, then we'll move to Jack.
You can't claim you didn't see the splash on Monday in the Daily Telegraph claiming Number 10 at the last minute has added driver-only trains as an issue to this dispute. Was that report incorrect?
Well, I was specifically talking. Mr. Morris asked me a question about a report today, which I haven't seen.
It was on Monday.
On the general
The
point,
Secretary of State. Did you not see this report, and is it true?
No. I've been very clear that we've. I was asked to facilitate
the issue
new
of
offer.
Driver-only trains being introduced by the Number 10 or the Treasury at the last minute. It wasn't on the table before.
On reform, we're very clear.
No, answer the question.
We're very clear. We need to see reform.
The question.
On the specifics about detailed negotiations are taking place between employers and trade unions. It's not the government's role to micromanage the detail of the reform. But we've been clear that we do need to see workforce
operators
reform.
And the unions both say that this issue has been inserted in the last week by Number 10 or the Treasury, which has scuppered a deal that was on the table.
Well,
that is what both the train operators and the unions
just
have told
on that
us.
point about scuppering a deal, when that was already on the table, when I met Mr. Lynch, he made it very clear to me that he hadn't had an offer on the train operating side of the House. There had been an offer on Network Rail. I met with the trade unions. I was asked to facilitate an improvement. We then saw...
That wasn't my question. You're not answering the question.
No,
And there you have it. Okay. The government intervened. There was a deal ready to be signed, it seems, and the government intervened and scuppered the deal. The train operators have said this, and the trade unions have said this. And you saw here Mark Harper being asked a number of times, did you know about this, and is it true? And he didn't answer the question, which obviously points to the conclusion of, yes, he knew, and he's trying to hide. Otherwise, he'd come out and say, either I didn't know about this, or it's not true. But he didn't. What are they playing at? I said it before in another video. This is ideological. This is about ideological warfare with striking workers. The trade unions are in a battle with the Conservative Party, with the Tory government. The government want to push through legislation that will make striking obsolete. If you go on strike, you'll be fired and you'll be replaced with agency staff. That's what they want to do. I don't know Mark Harper's personal opinion on that, but this is something that dates back to the time of Grant Shapps, and it's still on the table. This is something that the Tories want to push through Parliament. They want to make it obsolete for workers to go on strike, so that if they do, they'll be replaced by agency staff. And this is not just to be limited to the public sector. This is going to be everywhere. This is part of the disaster capitalism that followed Brexit. It's about taking away rights of workers, allowing businesses complete free rein here. Hire who you want and fire who you want. If the unions kick up a stink, just fire them and replace them with agency staff, and you won't be in any trouble because the law will protect you. We will make it legal. And the fact that the minister couldn't answer the question here, the Secretary of State, I should say, couldn't answer the question, refused to answer the question in a select committee, is pretty damning. But we know the writing is on the wall. We've known this for some time. This is what they want to do. They don't want the trade unions and the rail operators coming to a deal if it's a deal that they don't like. And it's not the job of government to intervene here. The job of government should be to bring both sides together and try and hammer out a deal. But the Tories are not interested in that. Mick Lynch was right. He said it a few days ago. The government intervened and they stopped a deal going ahead at the last minute. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.